No matter what kind of music you listen to, I love something you hate. White Christmas by the Drifters. Christmas music is usually where I lose people when I talk about music, but let me make the argument. The Christmas album is actually the best personification of an artist. When an artist is somewhat successful and they make a Christmas album, they're not trying out new material. They're not making up a new sound. They're being like, what works about Justin Bieber? And so if you listen to a Christmas album, you can actually see what the producers or the artists think, what actually works about the sound that I create. A friend of mine said he had to rethink Christmas music when he found out the Cocktail Twins had actually done a Christmas song or two. For me, it was Belle and Sebastian. When I heard them doing Christmas music, I was like, oh, I need to dig deeper into this because Belle and Sebastian. If you like Belle and Sebastian, their Christmas music is fantastic. An exception to that is the Queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey. I love me some Mariah Carey, but All I Want for Christmas Is You is not actually what I love about Mariah. It's not classic Mariah. An exception to the rule that a Christmas song will exemplify the artist. Maybe you know the Drifters? The Drifters were one of those vocal groups that had tons of iterations, that it wasn't actually a band of people who'd be like, hey, let's start doing music together. It was more of a producer, got a bunch of people, took advantage of them, and then made some of the best music that has been recorded. So the Drifters, they did Under the Boardwalk, Save the Last Dance for Me, tons of songs that would be played on the oldies station when I was a kid, and their version of White Christmas is better than anything they've ever done. It's a perfect example of someone taking Chestnut, a song that is like just classic. Everyone knows the Bing Crosby version of White Christmas. Slow strings, very sentimental, and they turn it on its head. So what I have gotten out of the song, this is not just a playlist of songs that I love, even though I do love this song oh so much. This is an incredibly dynamic, moving song. So it doesn't have the soppy strings or the sentimental tone to it. It starts playful, and it moves into parts, and there's like these vocal expressions that are happening within the group that are all complementing each other, but they're not working in concert. It's, again, this word dynamic. It's a very dynamic song. It has a steady pace. It has high highs and low lows. The bit at the end where they sing Jingle Bells for just like 2 bars, so wonderful, so funny, so playful. Yeah, this is a playful song. That's what I will definitely want to put that adjective on there. The idea that you can have different feelings for verses. I mean, the different singers that happen, obviously. There's like the low bass singer, then there's the high voice, the tenor that takes over. But it is just a good masterclass of how a song can really go through a journey without being psychedelic or wild. Like, it's not a wild song. It just happens that it changes. It's like you turn corners in neighborhoods and you go to different feelings of a neighborhood, and you're like, oh, this whole street is in the shadow, and then you turn a corner and it's like, oh, it's the sunny side of the street and people are selling fruit in the street, whereas over there is mostly people going to and fro, and you're still in the same city, and every change is going to feel natural and still be like, wow, this feels differently. Songs can do that. That's something I always try to take into account. I think I probably go a little bit too far. I don't know, it's not for me to say, but if I could sing as good as this tenor sang, I would probably be even more obnoxious about singing in public than I already am. So this whole series is based off a Spotify playlist of songs that inspired me either to make music or songs that guided me in how to create music, masterclasses in songs. And you can find that on Spotify. It's called Why I Picked Up the Gun and Where I Aimed.